For thousands of years, a really profound system has been used to decode the universe. I mean, everything from the turning of the seasons to the very essence of our own personalities. This is the story of that cosmic code. So just imagine for a moment, what if there was a framework that sees the world not as a bunch of separate things, but as this dynamic, interconnected whole? A system that links the birth of a tiny plant in spring to the direction of the rising sun. What if you could learn to see that hidden pattern? Okay, so at the very heart of this system is a concept called Xing. And right off the bat, we've got to clear something up because this is super important. While it's often translated as the 5 elements, honestly, that can be a little misleading. And this right here is the crucial point. See, we're not talking about 5 fixed static things, like the elements in ancient Greek philosophy. Not at all. We're talking about 5 processes, 5 dynamic types of energy, or maybe a better word is phases of transformation. Just think of them as the 5 fundamental movements that are constantly shaping all of reality. All right, so this ancient map, this is going to be our guide. It basically lays out the entire system in one shot, connecting these 5 agents directly to the seasons and the cardinal directions. You could almost call it a blueprint of the cosmos. So let's dive in and break it down, agent by agent. First up, we've got wood. This is that energy you can almost feel in the air in early spring, right? It's all about that upward movement, new life sprouting up, flexibility, that powerful drive to just grow and expand. It's the pure energy of a new beginning. And then, naturally following wood, comes fire. This is just pure, radiant energy. I mean, think about the peak of summer. That's fire. It's heat, it's passion, it's nonstop activity, and maximum expansion. This is the phase of life when everything is at its most vibrant, its most brilliant. Okay, so after that peak energy of fire, we move into metal, which represents autumn, and here the energy completely shifts. It's no longer expanding outward, it's now contracting inward. This is all about harvesting, setting boundaries, refining things, and, letting go of what you don't need anymore. Next up, water. Now this is the energy of deep, deep winter. It's all about stillness, quiet, and storage. But, and this is important, it's not empty. Far from it. This is the phase where all the potential is being gathered up, getting ready for the next cycle of growth. It's like this deep, quiet well of pure potential. And finally, we come to Earth. Now, Earth is really unique. It's not just another step in the sequence. It is the center. It represents that energy of stability, of nourishment, of balance. Really, it's what makes all the other transformations even possible. And we're going to see its very special role in just a minute. So we've got these 5 energies, right? But the big question is, how did ancient thinkers actually connect these pretty abstract ideas to the physical world around them? Well, they did it by creating a map of space itself. And the logic behind this is it's brilliantly simple. The way they assigned these agents to the different directions, it's not random at all. It's completely based on observation of the natural world. You can think of this as a map of how energy naturally flows across the land. Honestly, the thinking here is so intuitive when you break it down. Of course, wood, the energy of growth, belongs to the east. That's where the sun rises every single day to start things new. Fire, the energy of intense heat, obviously belongs to the warm south. And metal, that energy of contracting and decline, that goes in the west, where the sun sets. Water, the energy of cold and stillness, belongs to the north. And earth, well, earth holds the center, grounding the whole thing. Okay, so we've mapped the agents in space. Now let's add another layer, the dimension of time. Because just like they govern the directions, these 5 agents also govern the rhythm of the entire year.
And look at this, the pattern is just beautifully consistent. Wood, the agent of new birth, governs spring. Fire, the agent of peak activity, governs summer. Metal, the harvest agent, governs autumn. And water, the storage agent, governs winter. You can really start to see how space and time are just completely woven together here. But hang on a sec, right? If there are 4 seasons but 5 agents, what's up with Earth? Where does it fit in? I mean, it rules the center in space, we got that. But where is its place in time? It kind of seems like a puzzle, doesn't it? But the solution is, well, it's actually incredibly elegant.
So check this out. The solution is so clever. Earth isn't its own separate season. Instead, it represents that absolutely vital period of transition between each season. It's the stable ground, the foundation, that allows one energy to smoothly transform into the next. Think of it as the late summer harvest, sure, but it's also that brief, powerful moment of change right at the end of every season. It's the great harmonizer of the whole cycle. All right, now this is where this huge cosmic system becomes really deeply personal, because this exact same framework was used as a lens to understand human nature, our health, our personalities. But, and I can't stress this enough, it is not as simple as saying, oh, you're a wood person. No, the system is way more nuanced than that. And this is probably the most important thing to get. In this system, context is everything. The nature of an element, and by extension, a person, is never static. It's not fixed. It changes, sometimes dramatically, depending on the time and the circumstances. I mean, the qualities of wood in the spring are a world away from the qualities of wood in the autumn. Let's take wood as the perfect example. In the spring, wood is like a young sapling, right? It's bursting with potential, but it's also still kind of vulnerable. It needs warmth to really flourish. But the same wood in the autumn, totally different story. Now it's a mature, solid tree. Its growth is done, its form is set, and it's ready to be harvested and shaped. It's the exact same agent, but with two completely different expressions. And that really brings us to the core philosophy behind wuxing. It's a worldview that just moves beyond simple good or bad, right or wrong. There's no such thing as a best element or a worst season. There is only balance, there is only flow, and this incredibly dynamic relationship between all the different parts. The ultimate goal always is harmony. So it leaves you with a really interesting thought, doesn't it? What if we tried to look at our own lives through this kind of lens? At our moods, our projects, even our relationships, not as these separate, isolated events, but as part of a continuous cyclical flow. What do you think would change if we really learned to see that beautiful cosmic dance happening in absolutely everything?